Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lizzie. I'm super excited to have you all here on this channel once again. Here with me is my bride and her name is Vivian, and I'm so excited to be part of her big day. Today I'm going to show you all how I was able to achieve this bridal look. Please do not go anywhere. Come with me and learn. So this is the before look. This was when we started the whole process. As you can see in this video, the hairstylist was doing his work and I just had to do mine as well so that we could save time. The first thing I did was to use a face wipe. It's actually a baby face wipe, and then I used my micellar water from Blossom to wipe off the dirt from her face. I actually made her up for her traditional day, and unfortunately I lost the clips. I felt so sad, but life has to go on. So I'm wiping off the dirt from her face because of the excess products that had already stayed overnight. Right now I'm going to use an edge control on her brows. This is actually going to put everything in place. It's just going to make everything to have a more defined shape. So you can actually use any edge control that you have right there. Next off, I'm going to go in with powder from Vee Beauty Cosmetics. I cannot draw brows if the brows are wet, so you need to make sure that everything is matte so that you can draw on it. Very important. So I'm going in with this light shades of powder from my powder palette from Vee Beauty Cosmetics, and I'm just going to tap on it until the brows are dry. Right now I'm going in with my Davis brow pencil in the shade 0.03. So go in with something that can pop, and I'm going to line underneath the brow. Next off, I'm going to fill up the areas where she does not have enough hairs. After that, I'm going to draw a thin line above the brow to meet with the one underneath the brow. Fill up the area where she does not have enough hairs. Even without concealing, this brow is already good to go, but we want the brows to pop, so we're still going to conceal. Right now I'm going in with my Karite brown brow gel, and I'm just defining the lines that I initially made properly. I'm just going to define it so that it looks more attractive and catchy. I'm going to pick up my pencil again and then draw the other brow. So it's one thing to draw one brow and another thing to make sure that the second brow looks like the first brow. So you need to take your time to draw it properly. It's a bridal job, so you do not necessarily have to rush, and that's why you need to come on time, do your work and go back. Right now I am going to conceal, and this concealer that I am using is from Nuban, and I'm just going in with one of their lightest shades. I'll be dropping the shades in the description box so that you guys can see, and I'm just going to use a flat brush. This is a Bobbi Brown brush, and I'm using this brush to conceal underneath the brow. Next up, I'm going in with Nuban brush to blend underneath the brow properly. So for the top of the brow, I'm going in with Zikel Foundation in the shade 035. Make sure that everything is sharp, precise and catchy, and make sure that you are not tapping on the hair that has already been made, because you don't want concealer and foundation to cake up right there. Right now I'm just concealing the second brow. So while you're concealing the second brow, make sure that you're looking at the first brow and comparing each other so that everything will look similar. It might not necessarily look like twins, but at least let the brows look like sisters. Blending is key. So at this point, I'm going to go over to the eyes, and I'm just applying the same concealer that I used on the brow. I'm just tapping that at the top of her lid like this, the crease area. And now I'm going in with this eye primer from Ben 9. Let me tell you why your eye makeup creases a lot. You are applying so much products on the eyes. It's just too much. And then also you're not using the right brushes. If you're not using the right brushes, there is no way your makeup, your eye makeup will come out looking sharp and neat. Another thing is you're not tapping on the skin, you are dragging on the eyes. And once you do that, you start seeing harsh lines here and there. So I went in with a light shade of purple on her crease area. I can't really remember where I got that eyeshadow palette from, but you can use whatever works for you that looks similar. Next up, I went in with a red shade of shadow at the outer corner of her crease area, and this was from Vee Letvass eyeshadow palette. Right now I'm going in with a dark shade of brown from Jordan Hill eyeshadow palette, and then an orange shade which is from my blush palette on the transition area, just so that I can blend that properly and so that it looks good. So blending is key. You want your eyeshadow game to look good, so blend. Now I'm dusting off the excess eyeshadow that must have fallen on her face using my Nuban brush. I'm going in with eyeliner, and this is from Karite Cosmetics, and I'm going in with this black shade of liner just to line the top of her eyes to give it a more defined and a more beautiful look. And at this point, I'm going to conceal that lined area using a very flat brush. You want a very clean work, so conceal it and make sure that whatever you do on one side, you replicate on the other side. I actually did go in with pigment, but unfortunately I didn't record that, and the pigment was from Avon Cosmetics. Right now I'm going in with this human hair eyelash, and I'm just going to drop the brand in the description box so that you guys can see. So I'm just merging her natural lash with the human hair lash together so that it looks good and it looks really cute and natural. Now I'm going to go in with this MIS Bomb Moisturizer and this face serum from Zaron Cosmetics. As you can see in this video, I'm holding two products, but unfortunately I didn't I didn't show the second product. So I went in with the moisturizer first, and then after that I went in with the face serum. So this mist, I am just applying this on her face, and this is from Omari Code brand. I have a whole lot of products in there. I have face serum still, I still have moisturizer, I have setting spray, I have sunscreen, a whole lot of products, whatever works for you. Now I'm using Pond's Cosmetics as my face primer. This actually works for me, so I mean, why not? So I've been seeing lots of hype on this So Pro setting spray, and I'm just going to use it today to see if it actually works or the hype is just not it. So I'm applying this on her face. Now I'm going to go in with foundation from Zikel Cosmetics in the shade 025. As you can see in the video, this shade is actually darker than that of her skin tone. So I'm just using this to contour the forehead and the cheekbone properly. So let me also tell you why your makeup generally creases and it cakes. That is because you're not using a wet beauty blender, and because you are dragging the products on your skin. What you're supposed to do is to tap the products into your skin and not to drag it to avoid harsh lines. So I went in with a light shade of foundation from Vee Beauty Cosmetics to highlight these areas because I want the face to pop and to really look good. So I applied that on her T-zone areas, underneath the eyes, the jaw, the forehead, the nose basically. So just tap that into the skin. Make sure that you're not dragging, just so that you can have the best effect and just so that your makeup can look smooth, neat and nice. So at this point I'm going to go in with this camouflage classic cosmetics concealer at the outer corner of underneath the eyes like this, and then for the inner corner I'm going to go in with Zaron Cosmetics concealer on her T-zone areas as well, and in the inner corner of the eyes like that. I'm just going to apply this, and once that is done I'm going to go in with my beauty blender again and tap all those products into the skin. So tap until you have the best products. So So this is actually one of the best brides that I have worked with in a very, very, very long while. She was so cool, like she wasn't rude, she wasn't insultive in any way. She at some point had a picture of what she wanted to be done on her face, and we basically just worked with it and it came out really, really nice. She's one of the calmest brides that I have ever worked with. Very, very easygoing, and I was so happy to be part of her big day. So right now I'm going to contour the nose like this using the same foundation that I used on her cheekbone and the forehead, which is from Zikel Cosmetics in the shade 025. And I'm going to still use that beauty sponge to blend that area properly so that I don't have harsh lines on the nose. So like I said before, blending is key, so go ahead and give your A game when it comes to blending, your best game. Right now I'm going to go in with this powder palette from Vee Beauty Cosmetics, and I'm just going to contour the areas that I initially contoured with foundation, and in the areas where I highlighted, as you can see, we have a dark shade of foundation in some areas and then light shades of concealer in some areas. So where you need to contour, and where you need to highlight using your powder. But while doing this, make sure that you are blending properly so that it matches with her neck. Make sure that it matches with her neck. Make sure that it's not too light but just properly done, and that your work looks smooth and nice. So at this point I'm just going in with powder in the necessary areas, and then right now I'm also going to contour the cheekbone properly, and then once that is done I'm also going to go ahead to contour the nose. Now I used to see so many videos where you see very harsh lines on the nose. Try and avoid that. When you're contouring, it doesn't necessarily have to be so bold, and you really necessarily do not need to go in with a very, very dark shade of foundation or concealer or powder. Just go in with a shade of powder that is a tone or 2 tones darker than that of your model or your client's skin tone. So right now I'm going to go in with setting powder, and this is from Adventure Cosmetics, and I'm just going to highlight these areas. I'm going to highlight underneath the eyes, the jaw, the forehead. You don't want the face to be wet. You want the face to be really, really attractive even from afar. So make sure that you highlight these areas and just give it your best. I'm going to highlight underneath the cheekbone as well, the forehead, the jaw, just basically these areas that you can see me highlight. It helps to keep the face really dry and matte. So at this point I'm going to go in with blush, an orange shade of blush, and orange actually looks really, really natural. It looks really natural, so go in with orange and make sure that it looks good and properly blended. So I'm also going to go in with the orange shade of blush on the contoured area like this. So at this point I'm just basically fixing everything that I've done to make sure that it looks good and to make sure that it looks nice. So it's basically just me fixing up everything before I go ahead to draw the lips. So right now I'm going to go in with this Karite eyeliner. This is actually the brown shade and it works perfectly, and I'm applying this on the upper part of her lip and also the lower part of her lip using a very flat brush. And once that is done, I am going to blend. So she actually requested for a very dark upper lip and a light lower lip. I hope that is understood. So right now I'm going in with orange. I actually wanted to try this to see if it would come out really cool. It was cool but wasn't necessarily giving what I wanted, so I switched it up a little bit and went in with all nude and natural. So at this point I'm basically just blending so that it looks good, and I'm going to go in with a pink shade of lippy and then apply white shade of lippy as well, and ask her to smack her lips together so that it's properly blended. And once that is done, I am going to go in with gloss, because I actually do love gloss a lot, and that was basically what she requested. She requested for a little bit of gloss, and that was what I did, and the whole thing was already giving. So at this point, I'm going to buff out the excess setting powder that I have on her face. This actually stayed for about 10 minutes, so we were already good. So I dusted all of that out and then applied this pigment from Avo Cosmetics, actually a gold pigment, and then I just applied this on her cheekbone, the jaw, the forehead, basically on most of the highlighted areas, the nose, the jaw, the forehead, and the cheekbone, and actually came out really cool. It doesn't necessarily need to be so much from afar. Just go in with a little amount, and as the saying goes, less is more, so you necessarily do not need too much. So I'm going to apply the setting spray from Soap Pro Cosmetics again. I actually heard that this is waterproof and it enables the makeup to last for a long time, so I said I must try it today. So I'm going to apply mascara at the upper part and the lower part of her eyes for a more natural effect, and voila, I loved it so much. The makeup was giving, the hair, the wedding gown, guys, look at this wedding gown, everything was giving. See, if you have money, spend it on good things. Look at quality, look at this robe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share. I remain your girl, Lizzie. I'm going to link some of my previous videos to this one. I have lots of amazing videos for you guys, from hair to makeup to how to tie your head. Lots of amazing videos. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.